Hey, thanks for coming back and hanging out with us here on the Tipsy Polack. This week we sit down as we continue last week's episode for part 2 with comedian Chris Clark. We talk about football and sports. We get down to the nitty gritty on why we don't have a Patreon here at the Tipsy Polack. We review some stellar beer and then we stumble to a conclusion. That's all this week on the Tipsy Polack.
Why, hello there. Warm salutations and greetings from the bottom of the barrel. This is the Tipsy Polack, a weekly podcast where I, Nate Wazinski, hang out, have a beer, and chit-chat with people in my life. If you have any sort of education or you care about self-respect or how people view you, don't tell anyone that you listen to this podcast. However, if you would like to be a part of the conversation, here's what you gotta do. You gotta like us on social media, all the social media platforms, Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Want advice on how to be a good mom to your stupid kid? Maybe you want to rant about how stupid those shitbirds on The View are? Or something you feel strongly about? Women's rights, gun control, comedy, movies, whatever it is, send us an email at thetipsypolack@gmail.com and we just may read it and attempt to help you out right here on the podcast. Once again, that's thetipsypolack@gmail.com. So one more time, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, send us your questions and opinions to thetipsypolack@gmail.com. And of course, subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Google Play Store, Stitcher, wherever podcasts can be harvested for their organs. So without further ado, you are now listening to the Tipsy Polack. Good for the acoustics. Yeah, I don't even. Horace and Pete, Louie CK.
You want to talk about Louie CK?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Fucking jack off.
He's crazy. So, I've always loved Louie, obviously.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I thought here's a funny like how hypocritical like Portland comedy is.
Yep.
When he was at the top of his game.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember this. So this was the top of his game, probably 2015, maybe.
Okay.
He was doing the fucking Moda Center where the Blazers play.
Okay, yeah.
And
that makes sense.
And Joe List opens for him a lot. And so they did the Moda Center. And I was gonna buy tickets, but they were like expensive.
I know.
Plus I saw Rogan in the Moda Center and he's obviously killed, but it's just not comedy.
It loses it.
Yeah. It's weird when
comedy's intimate.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird when I can hear everyone else around me way better than I can hear him, you know? So, but I didn't go anyway. So then he shows up, but Louie just shows up at, Ground Control, the video game arcade spot. Mm-hmm. Louie just shows up because there's a comedy show they did regularly at Ground Control. And Louie just shows up. Everyone freaks out.
Yeah, no shit.
But like alt comics freaked out. And I had known about all the Louie allegations from before I even started stand-up. It was just commonly known that he was a creep.
Yeah.
He used his power to kind of fuck chicks, which most powerful men do. But everybody knew that he was like a creep, and they knew the stories and shit. Jerking off in front of people. It was just like, it was always a joke. It was like, it was an inside joke. Like, yeah, he jerked off in front of people, whatever. But he shows up, everybody lauds him about he's a hero. Everyone on the Facebook groups are like, oh my God, it's fucking crazy. Louie CK came to our show. It's awesome. We love Louie.
On his nuts.
And everybody knew, like, they're still joking in the fucking forums about, like,
did he show his nuts?
Yeah, exactly. And they were joking about it.
Was there a
And those are the same people that now are like, he should never get to work again. It's like, you openly joked about it.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Like, but here's my question. Why?
Why
should he never be able to work again? Why?
He's never been convicted of a crime. He beat off in front of some chicks that Sarah Silverman said that he did it to her before, and he goes, hey, I want to masturbate in front of you, and she goes, okay, like she thought it was funny. She looked at it as humor.
Yeah,
like, is this a funny experience type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's
just weird. Who gives a
yeah,
shit?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's never done a crime, so why can't he ever do stand up again?
I mean, that'd be weird for me. Like, if I was like, go for it,
Yeah.
and then, you whipped out your dick and like just beat off into your beer.
Yeah,
I'd be like, oh,
that's weird, but I have a story now.
Yeah, now I got a story. I'm a little bit shook.
I don't know. It just sucks when like someone that actually like.
I don't know if I'd say yeah. I'd probably be like, can you
not
maybe go into the bathroom? Like, I don't mind if you fucking.
Dude, yeah, I don't know. It sucks that he doesn't get to do.
Like, we all have our cross to bear.
Yeah, mine's definitely not beating off in front of strangers.
Maybe he's just.
That's again. But did you ever watch Lucky Louie back in the day on HBO?
No.
His original show?
No. See, here's my thing. Like, when stand-ups go into TV,
yeah,
I kind of turn off.
Except for Louie, because he had complete creative control, like we talked about before.
Right.
You have complete creative control. There's no one telling you no. Mm-hmm. That was his big thing with Louie on FX. They have two options. They go, either we're going to give you a gigantic budget, but we have creative control, or we're going to give you no budget at all, and you have complete creative control. And he took that.
Yeah. You want to know why I don't?
Why? Because Seinfeld's overrated as shit.
Oh, dude, I don't watch Seinfeld.
I never got it. Like, everyone I know loves it.
Yeah.
And sure, it's funny sometimes.
Yeah. It's something
but
to
it's
watch.
Not the greatest thing I've ever watched in my life.
No. I think The Office is written better than
way
Seinfeld.
Better.
But
I'd say Parks and Rec is better than Seinfeld.
Parks and Rec is awesome. My son's addicted to both of those.
They're fucking great. And
He's watched The Office 4 times all the way through.
Really?
My son, yeah.
I watched it probably 100 times all the way through.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. There's no good fucking anything to watch.
Oh fuck! I forgot what I was.
It's so politically incorrect.
Yeah.
Compared to Louie.
Yeah.
Oh, about comedians.
Yeah, fucking lost him.
Just no creative. When you don't have creative control, then there's just like what makes Louie a fucking amazing comedian is his pushing boundaries.
Yeah.
So if a network executives aren't professional, fucking funny people, you're going like, no, you can't do that. It's not funny. It's like, no, we know it's funny. You don't.
Yeah.
David Tell talked about it all the time.
Attell, right? That was what I was gonna say. Is like when he had Insomniac.
Yeah, the show's awesome.
Oh, what I was gonna say is the reason why I stopped watching stand-ups who got their own shows. Mm-hmm. This is gonna sound funny, is because my heart was broke by Carlos Mencia.
Oh, why?
Mind of Mencia.
Okay, I never watched it.
I used to watch that shit all the fucking time on HBO. My friend Shrubbery Sean would come over, and we would sit there and we would watch Carlos Mencia, and we would die laughing, right? And then Joe Rogan comes out. Like, Carlos Mencia was my dude.
He was giant.
Yeah, he gave giant. Bobby Lee his start.
Like as
he gave
opener?
So many people his start.
Like as an opener?
Yeah, but like he would take Bobby Lee on the road. That's how Bobby Lee got his start. Carlos Mencia gave him his start. But and a lot of comedians, like he did a lot for whatever. But Joe Rogan exploded him on stage at the store.
Yeah.
And fucking ruined. Yep. He took Ari Shaffir's jokes. He took a lot of jokes and
he just
when I saw that,
like I could tell him better than you.
Yes,
like,
when I saw that, I was like, "What the fuck?" So from that point, I was kind of like, "I'm done with network comedians." So then I started watching. Well, okay, so God, I'm trying to think of what year that was. Probably 96, 95, somewhere in there. So who was fucking around?
You mean 05?
No.
It was that long ago?
Yeah.
95, 96, when like he was doing that show?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, it was a while ago, man. I was like sophomore in high school.
Okay. I forget you're older than me.
Yeah.
Because that's why like, Chappelle's show was so big. I was in high school when Chappelle's show came out.
Yeah, okay.
And that was like culturally the biggest thing at the time. Was Chappelle's. Everyone was like, "Did you watch Chappelle's show last time? It was crazy."
Dude, I didn't watch the Chappelle show until years later.
Dude, that was like
years later. And then when they said he bounced to Africa, I was like, see, that's why the fuck I don't watch this shit.
You know, it's only 2 seasons, right? Maybe 3. That's what's crazy because it had such a cultural impact.
Wow, was it
like
really
2 seasons? Yeah, it was like that's how good it was.
Think of how many shows that inspired. How many
comedians?
How many stand-ups?
I mean, that's me and everyone I know. That's why it's weird when I meet comics. I'm like,
he gave a voice to Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
Bill Burr.
Dude, Michael Rappaport was on that shit.
Michael Rappaport. That guy's wild.
Donnell Rawlings. Donnell's huge because of it.
Yeah. They were also on that. Donnell Rawlings was on that show with Bert Kreischer and Theo Vaughn, and it was like a reality show.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Dio's been on a couple reality shows.
Road Rules.
Yeah, and he was on a dating one too. I think I saw like someone posted on Twitter recently, like giving him shit, and he like retweeted it. He's been around for a minute.
Yeah,
for being your age, like he's been doing it for 20 years. I feel
like. I love that dude. I know you've had your beef with him.
We're cool now. I was just, yeah, we're cool. He's good.
I get it.
I booked him, which was like that's why I booked him. Like I went out of our way to book him. It was crazy to see how he's blown up though since then.
Yeah,
that was 2 years ago in February.
Yep.
When we booked him, because my business model, when they were like, hey, we want you to book comics, like use your networking connections and shit, book comics that, I go, let's book comics that have popular podcasts. That's the business model today. This is 2017. Smart. Quit booking like these comics that are maybe that you think are out of your price range, because they're not. They're not there yet.
Yeah.
They're not headlining Heliums and Improvs, and they're not doing that shit yet. So let's book them at, you know. And he was one of those dudes. But when we booked him, he had like 120,000 followers, which is an insane amount of followers.
But still, it's not
120,000. Dude, he has 1 million now.
Yeah.
In 2 years, it's 10% growth or whatever, 10,000% growth, whatever. I don't know. I'm bad at math.
On Twitter or on
Instagram?
He follows me
on Twitter and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, dude, but that's crazy growth in that amount of time in 2 years to go from 100,000 to 1 million.
Yeah.
That's crazy growth.
Yeah. I remember I messaged him like a fucking idiot one night. I was like, I had been drinking. And so I messaged him. I was like, hey, man.
That's like a total married guy thing, too. Yeah. You're not sliding into chicks' DMs.
Just some other dude that you look up to.
Yeah, that makes you laugh when you're driving to work.
Fuck. Oh, what is this?
But that's why podcasts are so popular, is because they connect like that.
I messaged him. I was like, hey, man, I got my joke material already, because I don't remember the conversation that I had with him.
Mm-hmm.
But it had to do with like
starting comedy and stuff,
starting comedy and shit like that. And I think we talked a little bit about family, but that was in person. So then I messaged him, and he followed me on Twitter, and then
he was cool. He was a super cool dude.
Yeah, but like I messaged him on Twitter, was like, hey man, I'm gonna do an open mic. Like, do you have any advice? You know, it's like the shit that comedians get.
I asked
all.
That's the reason I got that door job at Helium. I asked every comic for when I worked there 2-3 years.
Like,
I asked them the same
know
thing.
Your material. Do
I
open
asked
mics.
Every single one. Yeah, they all said the same shit. I go, do you have any advice?
Yeah.
Do you have any advice?
There's no advice to give.
There's not. But
there's no advice to give.
The best advice I ever got was from Tracy Morgan, and he goes, "Shit, man, just be funny." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I still think about it before I go on stage every time. I go,
"So fucking
just
true."
Be funny. Like, don't stress out. Don't like think about your dumb line. Just be funny.
Yeah. Not to like trump Tracy Morgan or anything, but like Chappelle, he was like, be interesting. If you're not funny, at least be interesting.
That's a good one.
You know,
I met him too when he was Jack Dave Chappelle. That was wild. That was surreal meeting him at Helium. He sold out. He did like last minute.
What the fuck was he doing at Helium?
He popped in. This was like 2016, 2015. He popped in. We got like a text message from the bosses at Helium on like a Wednesday, and they were like, "Hey, we need everyone on the staff to be able to work this weekend. We might have Dave Chappelle randomly popping in starting tomorrow." Like, because he does that last minute shit. Yeah. And he'll pop into the city and be like, "Can I do some time?"
do that.
And and he did that. And he did like 7 sold out shows in like 3 days.
Yep.
Every show was a new hour of just trashing Portland or trashing whatever.
Yep.
And that's one of those dudes you just go like, fuck, like, we don't do the same thing. You know what I mean? There's like LeBron James, and then there's us playing like horse.
Yeah. You guys playing at the Y, twisting our ankles and shit.
Yeah, there's like this thing where you go like, this when like the Portland water supply got poisoned with shit. Do you remember that? It was like someone like shit in a reservoir, hilarious. Like a homeless person, like a crazy person shit in like a reservoir.
Yeah.
And it poisoned like this thing. And he wrote 5 minutes the first night, and by the last night he had like 30 minutes on it. About how like
dude.
Hipsters love shit water. It's like kombucha. It was like Chappelle said that though.
He never said that to me. He said that on an interview with somebody. I think it was Will Smith, because Will Smith was trying to do stand up for a second.
He'd be good at it. He's a super talented guy.
Yeah.
But he's too cookie cutter movie star.
I don't think he'd be good at it. He's not raw. You have to be. Yeah.
He could have done it in 1995.
Yes.
He can't do it now. He's been too famous for too long.
No, you got to be vulnerable. Part of comedy is vulnerability. And if you are too, there's a point at which you're too famous to be vulnerable.
Well, you don't want to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because you're used to this like movie star lifestyle.
Yeah.
And you're a god.
You can't be like, hey, the other night me and my wife, my wife got mad and smacked me in the face.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that shit.
You can't talk about not getting it up or some shit. Like,
yeah.
you have to be like this. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and
you
that's
could have done
what
easily
that's
done
what
it.
comedy is. It goes places that nobody else can go and everybody can relate to.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like, I can't go to work and be like you said, like 2 weeks ago I fucking couldn't get it up. Like
Yeah.
I can't crack a joke like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do.
But like technically you're not supposed to.
I'm always getting fucking in trouble. But that's comedy.
Yeah. But that's cool. Theo hits you up and like responded. There's certain comics that will actually respond to your DMs and shit. Like I'll ask certain comics about like, how do you touch like this subject, or how do you? I've hit up a handful of comics at the time. And
Josh
some will
Potter was
respond.
one.
Yeah, and he's super cool. He'll watch my Instagram stories. I'm like, bro, you don't have to watch my stupid Instagram stories.
Yeah, dude, and they do it. And I don't give a fuck if like they're finding inspiration for shit. I don't give a fuck. Like, I think that's cool as hell that they're reaching out. Like, okay, so for this podcast, the number one market for listeners is Washington, right? Of course.
Yeah, of course.
But number 2 is LA.
So random.
It's LA.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then after that, it's like a bunch on the East Coast.
Australia.
But
I have this buddy. He started a podcast like 3 years ago when the podcasts were still new for comics, like open micer comics, especially like us. We were all like open micers, and he was looking at his demographics, and it was like 50% was in Australia. He had like a couple hundred people in Australia and New Zealand. He goes, "This is wild."
Yeah,
because these people are listening in fucking New Zealand. It's crazy.
Yeah, we got a report, and like we had some listeners in Croatia.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
they speak English in Croatia.
I don't know. It turned out to be
Russian spies.
Yeah. Russian spies were listening to the podcast, and I don't know. They were cool.
So LA though, LA and the East Coast.
Yeah, LA was like the number 1 spot of people who listen to our podcast.
That's cool.
Or number 2, other than
like local.
Washington, and then Oregon was like I want to say like 6 people. Dude, It was hilarious how low it was. Like,
interesting.
Like, nobody listens to this podcast. Fucking Oregon.
That's interesting. Looks like you have a new market to tap into.
Well, yeah, and then
you should do like live podcasts at like
number
breweries
3
and shit.
We did do a podcast, not a live podcast, but we did a podcast from Fishtail Ale in Olympia.
That's sick.
It was pretty dope.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's kind of a thing.
It was during their winter fish release, and we got a bunch of beer, and it's fucking awesome. And
that's cool because you can cross promote.
Yeah, and here's the thing too, like the podcast is I mean, it sucks. It sucks, but we're trying to make it better, And
this is the most professional podcast I've ever seen. Most people do the little Zoom recorders or Zoom or whatever it is.
Yeah,
and it's just them sitting on a couch in the green room of a comedy club.
Yeah.
It sounds like shit. Your glasses clinking in the background.
Yeah.
This is like super professional.
Well, that's cool because I'm just trying to make up for the lack of funny.
Yeah.
We just try and be.
That's hilarious. You call it the Tipsy Polack.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's an original name. I've heard of fucking Polack since like the 80s.
You're
like,
right. You know what's funny?
There used to be like a genre. Dude, if you go to Powell's Books, there's Polack joke books.
Yeah.
They used to be a thing.
Dude, how funny is that? Like, you single out a group of ethnic people, and then you fucking shit on them.
Yeah.
And there's
fine. They're white. They're fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, my grandma's Polish.
Like, how funny would that be? You go into Powell's Books, it's like African joke book.
Yeah, and they're there. They're there.
Just books shitting on African people.
But the Polack thing's a big thing back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say it was like...
Stupid Polacks.
Yeah, that was like a whole genre of fucking... Just shitting on them.
Yeah, and the jokes are fucking hilarious. You want to know something funny? Is Polack is spelled wrong.
That's even better.
Yeah.
What's wrong? How's it spelled wrong?
Because it's an A. I think
like
it's
Polack?
Polak or some shit like that. But I did. Yeah, I spelled it.
You didn't even fucking Google search?
No. I did. I did it on purpose.
Okay.
I did it on purpose. I wanted it to be phonetical.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought it'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, remember I was reading it as Tipsy Topsy Polack or Tipsy Topsy.
You know how many
Tipsy Topsy Lock. That's how I was reading it.
Yeah, Tipsy Top Lock.
Tipsy Top Lock or some shit. That's how I was reading it when I just would scroll because it wasn't broken up.
Do you know who Jeff Leach is? He's a comedian in LA.
I know the name.
He does like a lot of like theater shit. He has a podcast, but anyway,
Like theater, like he does jazz hands.
Yeah,
or like
he
does
thought
theaters?
he thought my name was Tipsy,
Really?
and my last name was Polack. Yeah.
Is he a special needs?
No, he's super smart. He's from England somewhere.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. He was just on Anthony Cumia's show.
Was he really?
Yeah. He's got like tattoos and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I never met him. I've never seen him before.
Yeah. I talked to him. That sounded fucking special, didn't it? I talked to him.
Oh my god, we talked.
I talked to him.
Yeah, I saw him getting into like Twitter shit with Lewis about Skankfest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was fun. It was like a fun, playful.
Oh,
like
gotcha.
I want to get into Skankfest. You're not going to book me anyways. It's kind of a bold move. I like that. Lewis likes confrontation. He loves that shit. So it's like,
Oh, does he?
That's why. Yeah, it's kind of why I bombarded him with the fucking tweets.
Yeah.
He liked a bunch of these tweets that you guys tweeted to him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he likes that shit.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good.
he's a fucking psycho. It's
Yeah.
fun.
So if you're listening again, fucking tweet at Louis
J. Gomez.
J. Gomez.
Also, get his special because it's hilarious, and he produced it himself, which is dope.
That is really dope.
Anyone that creates their own content like him, like they created Gas Digital fucking studios.
But tweet twat at him that
Slide
Chris
his DMs.
Yeah, slide into the DMs that Chris Clark needs to be on Skankfest.
Yeah.
Because he does.
Yes.
If he doesn't get on that, he's gonna
fucking throw myself in front of a moving bus.
Yeah, he's gonna throw himself fucking headlong off the stage at Harvey's.
Yeah, or I'm gonna start selling insurance.
Oh shit.
No,
That'd be worse than any of that.
No, I looked into doing that. I'm not gonna do that. That's morally I am against insurance companies.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. They're all scumbag scams. It's like,
well, yeah, but fuck.
You need insurance, but why are they the tallest buildings in cities? It's
they're
because
the Cosa
fucking,
Nostra.
Huh?
They're the Cosa Nostra. That's where the money's coming from, man.
They're all scumbags.
That's where it's going to.
All
Yeah,
scumbags.
why are the buildings so fucking big?
Yeah, why is the State Farm building the biggest fucking building?
It doesn't make sense.
Because they're making a lot of money.
They're not paying
They're
out.
not building new casinos because you guys are winning a shit ton of money in casinos. You know what I mean? It's the same concept.
Oh, dude,
You're just paying.
My mom gambles.
That's my mom's only vice too. She plays those goddamn penny slots.
Fuck.
She loves penny slots. She doesn't drink. She doesn't smoke. She doesn't do that shit. She just plays the penny slots. She loves it. She'll spend $20 and randomly make $1,000 once in a while.
Really?
Yeah, she loves that shit.
Dude, my mom will take out a $18,000 credit card and then like
she gambles.
She fucking gambles,
she's like,
bro.
She like has like a bookie and shit.
Yeah.
Funny.
Fucking Joey the bookie.
I'm afraid to get into that as another vice because I know like football. Like,
don't do it, man.
Football, I would bet on. I only would bet on college football.
I mean, do it.
I want to. Now that they just passed it, it's late now. They kind of just passed the bill. They did that new app. It's like sports scoreboard app or some shit.
Yeah, something like that.
But I could make money on college football. Other sports, nah. They're all too like NBA's fixed as shit. You just put someone at the free throw line.
NFL's kind of fixed.
NFL's fixed as shit. There's a pass interference. So NFL's way more fixed than college because you could do like you can throw like a 40-yard pass, and then in the NFL, defensive pass interference, ball is where the foul's at.
Right.
So if you call a foul 40 yards down the field, you just move the Giants up 40 yards.
Yeah, it's a 40
college is like a 5-yard penalty, 15-yard
Yep.
penalty. It's different. So you can impact the game way more at the NFL. NBA, you can put the guy at the free throw line. Baseball, you can put control balls and strikes. Like there's more like variables with that shit. College is kind of like there's boosters and shit that have like manipulation, but
There's so much money behind college football.
oh, I know, and the best. I love college football. You said your son wants to go to Alabama. Yeah, I played college football, and I'm a big guy. I played at a couple small colleges, and I was like average to below average size.
Yeah.
And I'm a big dude for normal society.
Yeah.
And that's small colleges. So if you go to like Alabama or Clemson or LSU or Oregon or some shit, you see these people and you go, "Oh, we're not the same."
Yeah, we're not the same
the
human.
Same. No.
No, my son's supposed to be like 6'5".
Yeah, but does he have like
Athletic ability?
Yeah, or like freakish explosion, freakish strength.
He doesn't have freakish explosion. He's strong.
Yeah.
So like the past 2 years that he's played football, he's made the first year.
How old is he?
He's 13.
Okay.
So like last year he played as a 12-year-old against 14-year-olds and dominated. Like he did really,
which is huge because at that point, like
really
a year
well.
is a lot of development physically.
Yeah. And so they were like at the end of the year award party, they were like, I'm just learning right now that Zion's 12
youngest.
years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that blows my mind. So I was like,
What
okay,
does he
good.
play? Positions.
Well, he played on the line, offensive line, but he wants to be defensive line.
Yeah, there's one more glory in
Yeah. And I think he's more hungry for it, and I don't think he was ready for D line.
If he's a white guy, he's got to play online though.
Yeah, but
Unless he's like a nose tackle or D tackle.
Dude, he's not like me. He's not chunky.
Yeah, he's just long and lean.
He's got muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he was a running back.
Dude, teach him to long snap. If you want to give him a college scholarship, teach
Yeah.
him to fucking long snap. Because say he only ends up being 6'3", he could play. He could play at any Division I school as a long snapper. He could play in the NFL as a long snapper. If you're 6'3", like that was kind of my thing.
Like a Jeff Saturday.
No, he was a real center. Like he was he was like your build though.
Yeah.
Now he's like weird. Like all these dudes that retired, they look like fucking.
I think he was like 6 foot, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was like a little fire plug, man. Dude, teach him to long snap.
Yeah.
It's like teaching a kid to kick. Like if you can long snap, dude,
My kid
you're
can.
worth so much because teams don't keep more than 1 or 2 long snappers on a team. That's the thing, man. If you want to get a scholarship, like I know it's not glamorous, but like if he's a defensive end / long snapper,
Yeah. Dude, I
That's
told
the
him
move.
like it doesn't matter if you go to the pros, but I need you to get a
School
scholarship.
paid for?
Yeah, because I'm not doing this.
I know that was my goal. Didn't happen. It's so competitive. But the thing is
It's
today with
fucking
like
hard.
Well, yeah, but the thing today is you can get noticed a lot easier because there's internet.
Yeah.
You put a highlight tape out, everyone on the planet can see it.
Yeah.
It kind of wasn't a thing in 2006 when I graduated.
The thing is, over here too, like I've realized, like the football programs are more methodical. Like over here, they're very good. Mm-hmm. Camas, they just won state.
Yeah, that was our rival in high school, and they went from being like an okay regional school
To like state
to a state powerhouse.
That's weird,
Union
right?
didn't exist when I was.
What
playing.
is that? Is that coaching?
No, it's affluence. It's money.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I thought.
these
Because
richer-
Camas is a rich
Parents same with
area.
Union. Rich parents move their kids into these certain school boundaries. Mm-hmm. They can afford to do the year-round training, personal trainers, year-round camps, coaches, all that shit. A lot of sports is basically affluence,
Yeah.
like being able to pay for all that shit. Like
Yep.
train. That's why Lake Oswego's good at football. They're all rich white kids, but they're really good at football because they have personal speed trainers and strength conditioning coaches when they're like 12,
Right.
so they can develop better.
Yeah. Well, and that's
And you're
the
in a
thing.
good neighborhood. Where would he go now?
Yeah.
Where would he go? Union or something?
He would
Evergreen?
go to he would go to like Prairie or some shit like
Oh no, Heritage, maybe.
that. Heritage.
Heritage is like right here.
Prairie's right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't go either of those.
Yeah. Well, see, the funny thing is, like, my son, when he started football, he started with, and I wanted him to start like I started in a inner city youth football program because they give you that. Like, there's just
Edge.
something about youth,
of
like
course.
inner city sports
Yeah,
that give you an edge, man.
of course.
Like, they're angry.
Yeah, and this is
These
like
little,
this is the little moment away from their fucking crazy life.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, they're watching their mom get her ass kicked at home, and
Yeah.
they get to go out on the field and fucking pretend that offensive fucking quarterback is
Just the running backs, their fucking
Dad.
stepdad is beating their fucking mom. Yeah, for sure. That's a good idea.
And Zion played that for 3 years, inner city ball, and he learned a little bit of that edge, and so he's taking it out here a little bit, and he's aggressive, man.
That's good because that's the one thing at a certain point in football, like you can have all the trainers and all the coaches
Yep.
and shit, but like that
Can't teach
next
edge.
level,
Yeah.
you can't. You have to have that to play football, not like baseball or some shit, but football.
Right.
That's what's crazy. That's the hardest thing about football is like you can't turn that off. It's hard to turn it off. It took me years to turn that like craziness off from football.
Yeah.
Because it's such a violent sport.
Yeah.
You have to be very fucking angry to play it
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. So is football the only sport you played then?
I played baseball and basketball.
Okay.
I stopped playing basketball. I stopped growing when I was 14.
Okay.
So I basically,
It's kind of the same with me.
I just stopped growing. Yeah. So I stopped playing basketball when I was like a sophomore in high school. And then I played baseball through. Too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see baseball.
That was my best sport.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. The politics in baseball is way worse than any other sport. Football is all merit.
Yeah.
You score touchdowns, you're good. You make the block, you're good.
Yep.
Baseball, you're in a slump. Oh, we're going to sit you. Like,
Yeah.
that's different. Basketball, if you can jump over someone, merit. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, baseball's one of those. It's like kind of like tennis or some shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could never dunk. I was so white.
Dude, I you know how many so in the 6th grade, I was the goofiest kid ever. The
You grew in
goofiest.
your body by 8th grade or something?
Oh my gosh. So in the 7th grade, I wanted so badly to be accepted. I went to this inner city school where it was like majority Hispanic, then it was whites and blacks were about even, right? And so I didn't know how to dress. Like, I would come to school with these fucking sweatpants. I would come to the school with these forest green sweatpants that had the elastic around the bottom, and I'd have New Balance shoes, you know.
Before New Balance were cool.
Yeah,
now they're cool. Now.
They were
It's
cool.
like Champion's cool again.
Yep.
Back in the day, if you had Champion or New Balance,
You were like a
poor.
bitch. Yeah,
Poor
like
kid.
Fila. Oh, what the fuck?
I like Fila. I had Fila.
Dude, yeah, I did too. But
it was because, like, oh, your mom shopped at fucking Payless Shoes.
Yeah.
It wasn't because, like, oh,
Right.
it's cool and fashionable. I was like, oh, this sucks.
right.
Yeah.
So, like, I would wear this shit, and then I saw this dude, Taylor Stubblefield. Right, he was the school stud. Like in my grade, I was like,
It sounds like a cartoon character or like a character in like a movie.
he coaches for the U now of Miami.
That's sick.
Yeah, and he's the receivers coach, I believe.
That's sick.
So shout out to Taylor. I
Shout
don't
out
know.
to the U. I have a full size Miami Hurricanes helmet.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, my buddy bought it for me for Christmas one year.
Oh, that's.
I grew up loving Miami. I always wanted to play at Miami. He got me for Christmas.
Was it the defense? Was it Lawrence Taylor?
It was I played tight end, so it was a tight end. They had like Jeremy
Oh.
Shockey and Kellen Winslow.
Yeah, Jeremy Shockey, man.
Greg Olson. They had all these tight ends that I loved because I played.
Shout
tight ends.
out to the white tight ends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was my thing. I was like, well, I had good hands from playing baseball and basketball, so I was
Yeah.
like, I can play this. I don't play
Fucking
O-line.
not good enough for receivers,
No,
but still.
I have good enough hands to play receiver. I wasn't fast enough to play
But
receiver.
still.
I wasn't shifty enough to play receiver.
Yeah.
Dude, and the game was way different back in the day. I played fullback more than tight end, really.
Oh, that's fun.
I played football when fullback existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
They
exist
should
really
they
anymore.
should kind of go back to that
They
a
are
little bit.
good teams.
Yeah.
49ers, Kyle Juszczyk, he's their best player besides George Kittle. Their whole offense is based on a
Yeah.
fullback and a tight end.
That's true.
Because if you have a 215-pound middle linebacker now that can
Yep.
run, well, what's the thing to counter it? Run it down their throat. You
Yep.
can't fucking hold up against a 250-pound middle fullback. So it's like that's what they do.
Yeah, I feel like that's what.
That's why the Ravens are good too. The whole Ravens whole offense is like a college
Yep.
wing T offense basically. Patriots do that shit really well. They always have fullbacks. They always get like a D tackle or some shit and put him at fullback.
Yeah. They do shit like that all the time too. Snatch up like quarterbacks and put them as receivers.
I love the Patriots.
Yeah.
I shouldn't like the Patriots, but I love the Patriots.
I know what you're saying.
I love greatness. I like Duke basketball.
Yeah, I appreciate greatness. I don't necessarily like them or cheer for them, but
I watch
I
'em.
appreciate them. Yeah, I watch them all.
I watch
fucking
every
day.
Alabama game.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll watch that shit. Why would I
Yeah,
not?
yeah. They're not my team. They're my son's team. They're not my team.
Yeah. That's
But
what I
it's
like.
hard to like not go yeah when like the fucking shit's going down.
I love watching the Patriots dynasty because I started playing football kind of when they got good. So I kind of started like when they got good. I kind of watched them. One of my best friends from high school, families from Boston and Rhode Island. So they were diehard Patriots fans.
yeah.
Like when they won the first Super Bowl in like 03 or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Was it 01 or 03? I think it was 01. But it doesn't matter. And so I was like, oh, I like the Patriots too because I didn't.
Yeah.
I hated the Seahawks.
Everybody did.
I hate Sean Alexander. He's the softest MVP in the history of the NFL. I hated Matt Hasselbeck.
He's a Hall
Fucking-
of Famer.
Matt Hasselbeck?
No, Sean
Sean
Alexander.
I hate him.
He had the most amazing offensive
He had
line.
that one year where he won the MVP and then went to the Super Bowl against the Steelers.
Yeah.
He won the MVP because they had like Walter Jones and Steve Hutchinson on the O line. He just
Walter
ran behind
Jones,
these two
yeah.
Hall of Fame studs.
Yes.
He would get tackled every single time, but the first guy that hit him.
Yeah.
The opposite of Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
You know, Marshawn Lynch is dope. Sean Alexander sucks.
Dude, and they got Chris Carson now, who's a fucking...
And he runs the same way. He
Yeah.
runs with like, I'm going to have CTE for sure. He
Yeah,
runs like that.
But he doesn't run split-legged like Marshawn, but
No.
he runs with the same fucking
Angry.
angst. Yeah.
You have to run angry. No, Michael Stott is my favorite player of all time.
Okay, but he had
was
black
an anomaly.
anger. I don't give a fuck.
He was like Midwest white trash, Brad and Harley's kind of dude. He's cornbread.
Yeah, it's the same shit. It's the
Yeah.
same shit. It's coming from the same place. That
He was
the
my
black...
favorite player ever, dude. You watch his highlights.
Yes.
He wouldn't exist today. And
They
he's got to be walking like the cane at some point soon.
Yeah, right. They call Zion
Yeah.
baby Allstott.
That's sick.
Is because that's how he would run. Zion
Angry.
Yeah, they would put Zion at running back, and I remember
he had like 5 dudes on him, jug him into the end zone.
That's sick.
I was like, and that was for like an extra, the 2-point conversion.
That's like that shit you need. You have to.
Zion doesn't go down, man. He don't
good.
go down.
Did you watch the game? What was it? 2 weeks ago, George Kittle, tied in from the Niners. It was that crazy game with them versus the Saints.
Yep.
And he like drug 5 dudes for 20 fucking yards.
Yeah.
And like, God damn.
That's the kind of fucking football that we still need.
And it's finally coming back the last few weeks. They've kind of cut down on the flags and the bullshit, which has been nice. Because I think they've just noticed that people are just tuning out. I don't watch football anymore, really.
Yeah. Or if you do, you're on your phone or like whatever, and then you hear the announcers kind of get crazy, or and
then I'll look up a little bit.
Yeah, and then you wake up. Yeah, it's just wild. And that's funny. Kind of relating back to comedy, like all these escapes that are being choked out.
They're so choked out. That's why it's so hard. Like you're like, fuck, I can't even like watch football. I can't watch.
Is there
comedy.
anything? Is there anything?
There isn't. I mean, that's why a podcast is it.
Yep.
Because in podcasts, there's no producers. There's no one telling you can't do this shit. Can't
right.
say that shit.
Right. Because, I mean, and how much longer before podcasts aren't?
They're already getting choked out.
Yeah.
They're canceling people's Patreon pages if they don't like their fucking content, which is cutting away their like ability.
You know what though? That's their fault. Like, don't fucking.
Because someone else is gonna come and create a page and they're gonna use their.
Don't rely on Patreon though.
No.
Because that's extra work too. And then, like what I've found is like the Patreon shit is like. I know I'll end up doing a Patreon, but like,
I mean, it's not a bad. It's not a bad model.
No, you got to make your money.
Yeah,
you got to make your money, but like, make your money off advertisers because if you're gonna attract the people that want that are like you, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna attract beer people who are, who like
comedy and football.
Yes,
and shit.
like comedy, football, shit talking, whatever. You know, like listening in on shit like this.
The paywall thing is tough, I think. Mm-hmm. It's tough. Like, I love a couple different comics that have paywalls to their podcasts.
Yeah.
And I would die hard watch every episode.
Yeah.
Like Anthony Cumia. I grew up, Opie and Anthony was my shit. Opie
and
Anthony was I still listen to it when I'm bored. I'll put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony was his shit. And
finding their old shit.
It's the best. You get Patrice and Nick DiPaolo talking about race, and it makes me fucking howl. There's a time Louie CK,
Jim Norton,
dude. Louie CK was on there with who was the like Attorney General or some shit, and he goes, "Are you a lizard person?" He was like talking to this person. I can't remember who it was, and he never said no. It was like who the fuck was it? It was like a Secretary of State. It was like a high-ranking executive in the fucking government.
Shit.
And Louie CK, they're just fucking around because they're shock jocks fucking around. And then Louie CK's like, "But we want to know, like, for real, are you like a lizard person?" Like.
He just wouldn't answer.
And he just kept going like, yeah, he just like had this weird stock robot shit. And the whole time they're all crying. They're like, is he a fucking lizard person? Like, he's not saying no.
Dude.
And he keeps just having these weird blank robot answers and shit.
That's the thing.
That's
like
best radio ever.
Yeah,
They're
when
crying.
Stern came out, that was amazing, groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
But then Opie and Anthony came out. It was like a whole nother level. And they just...
I was like, you can do this?
Yes.
Yeah, they're the original podcast.
Yeah, and then they fucking fired Anthony, right?
Yeah, they fired him over bullshit.
Stupid bullshit.
That's what sucks about Sirius. Is like,
That's why podcasts are the shit.
Yeah.
And then if they start choking us out...
Well, they're already choking out YouTube, so you couldn't put this on YouTube now.
Yeah, I know. It's going on YouTube. They can, demonetize
Once it gets big enough, then they'll take it off.
It doesn't... Nobody fucking listens over YouTube anyway. Like maybe...
Why, because you don't have a video, too?
Maybe 16 people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just audio right now.
I think it's better. I've been listening to more. I've been going on a...
Like, who wants to fucking look at me during this conversation?
I know.
Nobody wants to see
sometimes.
This. Yeah?
I watch... I don't have a TV.
Then I'll take a picture.
I have an iPad and I watch all the video podcasts on my iPad.
Oh, really?
I just have it like in the background. Like I have it on I have it like on my counter or my desk or some shit, and I'll be doing other shit.
There's certain ones.
Like I'll watch Rogan's because he has a video component.
Yeah.
Theo has a video component. What else?
Tiger Belly?
I don't watch Tiger Belly. But like the same thing, same concept.
Your Mom's House?
Yeah, they have a video component, so like I'll watch it on YouTube instead of just in my earbuds or some shit.
Yeah, but I think that's more aesthetically pleasing than like looking at me and you right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you don't have a studio. If you had a studio with like studio lighting and shit, like it'd be different.
Yeah, I think
we dress up for it. It'd be it's like a thing.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I'll eventually turn this into like a legit studio.
Get a big like comedian painting or something in here.
Well, I'll put like the Tipsy Polack.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I'll ever put an homage to someone else in my studio.
That's a good idea. Yeah, it's like being 40 years old and wearing like a dude's jersey. It's at some point
I will do
like,
that, but not to promote. Like I'm not gonna pay to promote someone else.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I want to promote myself. That's not even true.
There's probably someone that listens to your podcast that is a really good artist that could make you a cool painting for it. You know,
dude, we've been sent like all sorts of stuff, music and shit like that.
That's the thing. Podcast is like, what's the statistic? It's like, if you have 500 people listening to your podcast, each of them pay $5, $10. You could pay a lot. You could pay a lot of bills. You could, you could buy better equipment. You can, if you have like a diehard fan base. Ari Shaffir said it perfectly. He goes, oh, you have 1,000 followers on Twitter. He goes, but they're like real, say they're real followers, not like an Instagram model type shit.
Right.
You have 1,000 people that watch your shit. Think about that if you're in an arena or you're in a fucking theater and there's 1,000 people watching you do stand up. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. And we have like 1,400.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I have 0.
Yeah.
I don't have a podcast.
Well, you don't have a podcast. Soon. Soon you will.
I know. Soon. I need a podcast. But that's cool. You have 1,400 people that are into your shit.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird because I don't fucking get it. I
get it because we like podcasts. I get it.
Yeah, but
like the same shit you like. Like what you talk about, and people are loyal. But podcast listeners are very loyal.
So loyal.
That's
like
why
I love our listeners,
book them, man.
But it's also weird too because I can't get any traction online. Like they'll listen to the podcast. They'll
have to pay. Oh, you mean like
no? I mean they'll
like
listen.
Social media engagement.
Yes, they'll listen.
Interesting.
1,400 people will listen, but I only like the podcast only has like 540 followers, not even 540 followers on Instagram.
No, but it's because you're not posting thirst traps. That's the only thing people follow are thirst traps.
It's just crazy.
I know what you're saying, but like it's.
But also, I don't think and to the credit to our listeners, like, I don't think we do what we need to be doing online. Like I'm just fucking posting. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I flail. You know what I mean? I'm like oh shit, I haven't posted in a week.
Yeah.
I need to post a joke.
Yeah.
Here's something about my butthole.
Yeah, you're not creating content. You're not putting like a promo video together.
Yeah, and truthfully, I don't know how. So if you're listening, please.
I don't either. That's why I have a podcast. I don't know how to fucking do this shit. Like just it comes back again to the comedy. There's some people that are amazing at marketing, tech shit, editing, all the stuff that makes that next level shit. There's some people that are really good at that.
Yeah.
And that's why they're killing it financially. They're making good money doing it.
Yep. Well, I mean, it can be lucrative.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Dude, podcasts are the shit because it's the one free space.
Yeah, but don't do, like I would say, fuck Patreon.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do Patreon.
I really do. I mean, make your money however you want, but like, don't fucking depend on...
No, I don't fuck with Patreon because they banned comedians.
Yeah, don't depend on...
I'm not going to support you.
Yeah.
Same with YouTube.
Yep.
I mean, maybe when I start, I should put them on both mediums.
Yes.
And just be like, hey, it's just more...
Make money however you can, but don't depend on it because it'll go away quick.
Yeah.
As soon as you say something that they don't agree with or that they need to distance themselves with, like, fuck
It's hilarious. Like, I know Owen Benjamin.
Yeah.
He's been kicked off every fucking platform. He just got kicked off Instagram the other day.
Yeah.
I know him. Like,
that makes me sad.
He's a good, normal dude. His social media is fucking nuts. But like in real life, when you talk to him in real life, it's like, oh, you're not... You don't read the comments you're posting in a comedic way. You're reading them in a serious way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But to be real, like sometimes I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Dude, he's fucking nuts. That's why he's a comedian. Like he's nuts.
Does he still do shows?
No, not anymore. When I got to know him,
what is he?
I think he makes money on YouTube or did make money on YouTube
anymore.
And all these other like outlets. Yeah, but he was making money doing that. Because he used to be, I met him when he was a touring comedian doing like Hyenas in Dallas, like these comedy clubs and doing like the fucking Ontario Improv.
Yeah.
Like, doing comedy clubs and touring around doing his piano.
He was in movies and shit.
Yeah, he was in a lot of shit. I met him actually the first time through, do you know Steve Byrne is?
Yep.
He's another guy. He's another guy I did guest set for because he was a door guy.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a big name. Those are big names.
He had that show back in the day on TBS called...
Steve Byrne?
Steve Byrne had a sitcom on TBS for like a year or two. And it was like about a bar. I can't remember the name of the show.
Cheers?
Sullivan and Son.
Was it Cheers?
No, it's called Sullivan and Son. It was dope.
He just did the magic, or the Jonathan, the Amazing Jonathan. Always amazing.
Yeah, he did that. He's
on YouTube.
He's a really good content creator. But he had the sitcom on TBS called Sullivan and Sons.
Saw him at the store too.
Really?
Yep.
He's always there. He's on the road 52 weeks a year. But he had a show.
I was gonna say he works.
This was his lineup though on his show. It was him, Owen Benjamin, and Roy Wood Jr. And they did like a Tuesday night at Helium.
Think of what you just said.
I know, it was crazy. They're all fucking murdering, except for like Owen, I guess not. But Owen might have closed the show. I don't remember. But
Owen Benjamin and Roy Wood Jr.
Yeah, and Steve Byrne.
Like a black dude, and Owen Benjamin. Like
yeah, it was a cool. And the show was really good too.
Yeah,
it was just like another, but it was a sitcom on TBS. So it just kind of gets lost in the ether.
Yep.
But they came to Helium and did like a Tuesday night or Wednesday night one show to promote the show. They had like big flyers and I had a big sign. I have a giant. It's in my parents' house somewhere. I just gave it to them. I was like, this is clutter in my apartment. It's like a big giant sign. It says Sullivan and Sons, and I had them all sign it. It was like a big like cardboard sign of like a printout of like their the cover of the show. Yeah, it was fucking cool. Sullivan and Sons. It was dope.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's how I met Owen originally. He was like a guy that because Steve Byrne does it. They all wear suits. Like they're very like professional to the nines, dressed perfectly. Owen played the piano and shit. Like,
dude, and he sings.
Yeah,
and he's what 7'8".
Like he's huge.
7'9".
He's a huge dude.
Yeah.
So
he lives up in Gig Harbor.
I know, it's just weird.
That's weird to think about. Like
he does shows. He'll do shows like every 6 months now, and they'll like rent out a fucking warehouse.
Yeah.
And they don't tell anyone where it's at, and they email people on his email
list. Because you can't.
list.
They're gonna fucking pick it.
Yeah.
They're gonna protest. That sucks because he's really talented.
He is, but he's just. They picked him, and they're like, "No, you're not doing this anymore."
I think when they told him that you can't talk about certain things, he leaned in so fucking
too
hard.
far. But yeah, too
hard. I don't even know if too far. Like it's his.
I mean, he's not touring anymore, so I'd say yes.
Like it's his deal. Like he can lean in as far as he fucking wants.
Yeah.
But man, he is so funny, and I still love his like cell phone bit when he was talking about on one of his albums. He was talking about he got pulled over for talking on a cell phone. He's like, well, what? Like, why is that illegal? Like, why is that even illegal? It's like, because you don't have both hands on your steering wheel. He's like, well, what if I had one fucking hand?
Yeah, it's true.
Like, is it illegal to not have one?
It's a good point.
Yeah, and dude, he's just a great comedian. I don't know.
I originally like got into him. This was like years and years ago when he was still doing it. He had a podcast that I loved as a comedian. And it was called Why Did They Laugh, I think it was called. Why Did They Laugh? Why Would They Laugh? I don't know. It was him dissecting new material every week. So every episode with him, to start the episode with a new bit, the material would be like a 5-minute set. Me and my wife got in a fight because, and then he would dissect every like 10 seconds of the joke and be
break
like,
it down.
Here's how this is why they laughed at this part of the joke. Here's the reverse. Here's the callback to the joke. It was really, it's just called Why Would They Laugh. It's a short episode every week. But it was fucking great.
Yeah.
It was basically breaking down the mechanics of a joke. And you're like, this is fucking dope.
When you write, do you do setup punchline?
Sometimes. I can't really write like that.
I mean, that's pretty traditional.
It is. I try to write like that, but I can't.
It takes a special mind.
It's just a different, I don't know. It's kind of boring, I feel like. Mm-hmm. If you're
what do you do? Do you feed off the energy of the crowd and then like do what like that one clip that you have on, I want to say, the one clip that I saw of you, I don't know if
Vimeo?
you said. Yeah.
It's hidden on Vimeo.
It's pretty funny, dude. Like your crowd work is pretty
I did it for a year straight. I only did crowd work because I wasn't a skill I had. I only did crowd work for a year.
It's pretty good.
It helped me not get booked because I didn't have an act for a year. But that's my favorite thing to do because it's easier than writing jokes.
Yeah. You know what I was most impressed with? Is your patience.
Oh, what do you mean? Like just being comfortable.
Yeah. So like you asked a question and then you waited.
Yeah. That comes from a lot of experience.
And then, you know how crazy that is, just waiting?
Yeah, it's super uncomfortable. It's never not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because you have a bunch of people like staring at you.
But like, watching it, I'm going, this is fucking great. Like watching you interact, it was like, you're really good. You're really good at that. So like, is that what you sent in for Skankfest?
Yeah, I sent that video in, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't love it, but it's the only thing I had. It's from a year. It's from like last January. The material's better. The jokes are better. I've developed them obviously more.
You know what you should do? Me and you should go to some open mic and just all film you, and you fucking go balls to the wall for however long, and then fuck it, and that's your.
I need to start recording shit and put it online. I don't do that. It's again, I don't like that aspect of the business.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid too because
like such a douchebag. Self-promoting, I fucking hate self-promoting.
It's not self-promoting, like...
I know, it's part of the thing. It's part of what you're supposed to do. I just hate it.
Dude, if you have... Okay, think of it like this. Like, if you have the cure for some disease, and you're like, I don't want to fucking tell people about it. It's like...
Yeah, it's the same thing with my jokes about dicks.
Yeah, like, it is about your dick jokes.
I know, I should put clips up. I should do a lot of shit. What I need to do is hire someone to film and edit it for me.
Just fucking don't worry about editing because people like the raw shit. Just film it. Just film it and fucking throw it up there. Throw it up there.
I need to.
Like the people that watch my stories, it's crazy. My stories are insanely bad. They're terrible. I don't feel comfortable doing them. Yeah. Like they're not like there's no punchline. There's no.
We have good comedic timing though. I've noticed on them.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I've noticed. Yeah, for sure.
I think they're fucking horrible.
Comedic timing is a huge part of that shit.
Yeah.
And you lose that doing open mics because you're talking over drunk people.
Yeah.
So you don't have comedic timing. So that's something I've had to get back doing clubs. Is you have the ability to pause and sit there and wait for them to like get it, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of going, here's my joke. All right, see you guys later.
Yeah. There was a couple of those and I laughed.
Because they're only doing so many open. They're doing so many open mics where you're always.
Yeah, because as soon as that open mic ends, they're out the door into the next open mic that starts at 15 minutes.
No one's listening to, and they're just fucking giving a speech.
The funny thing that I noticed about you is you're like, I've been banned from every club in Portland. Yeah, and then like, I'm opening for Josh Potter.
Yeah, isn't that weird how it works? It makes some fucking sense, right?
Yeah, how does that happen? Like how did you?
Because I have opinions on shit, and I'll call people out on their bullshit. And
like how did you open for Josh Potter though?
An LA comedian that knows me knew I lived in Portland, and he was going to be Portland, so that she goes, "I know who should open for you," and she just DM'd him, and then he DM'd me, and I was like, "What?"
So it was a network connection.
Yeah, and it was totally organic. She'd never seen me perform, but she just knew I was funny, and like her friends had seen me perform.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't like I didn't send a video and was like, "Can I please open for you?" I didn't do that shit. It was just like, I heard you're funny, and I looked at your Instagram, and it's kind of wild. So you seem like the perfect person that could work for me, like work with me. So.
That's funny. So how does that look like the boring logistically? Did they just DM you and like, hey, do you want to open for Josh Potter, or does Josh Potter DM you?
It depends on every gig's different.
Yeah,
like he DM'd me.
Josh Potter did?
Yeah, he goes, this shout out to Jackie Brown. She lives in LA. She's from here. She lives in LA and she's a comic. And she goes,
nice job, Jackie.
She's like, I'm from there. She's like, I'm from there. And he was like, oh, do you know any comics that open for me? And then she knew me. So she's seen my clips and shit. And
that's dope.
Yeah, we never worked together or anything. So
no. But she just was.
She thought it was funny. She thought it was funny and it was like same genre of comedy. He's not going to go up there and talk about LGBTQ rights and shit. Like he's gonna go up there and tell dick jokes, and that's kind of that's a lot of that is. It's like if you're just in the same like fucking genre, but again, it's like this is rare. It's like once a year that type of shit will happen for like a gig like that, like at Mississippi Studios, where it's not like a comedy club gig. Yeah, but it is weird to be blocked and banned from. Like,
so how do you know you're banned? Do they tell you?
You're just not welcome. That's the way to put it. Like you're just not welcome.
So what if you just fucking went in there? Like let's
when
say
you go in there is like then everyone kind of just leaves the room or everyone just starts getting on their phone and ignoring your set, so you're just not performing for anyone. Do you know what I mean? Kind of like
like in the audience, you mean?
Like people that produce the show.
Oh,
they'll bring you up shittily. They'll like give you a shitty intro.
You're like Chris Clark.
He's a fucking misogynist piece of shit. And you're like, what about my act as misogynist? But like, it's just like a not welcoming vibe. And then if you go to open mics,
like sweet intro.
Well, if you go to open mics, like you can be kind of banned from open mics. You go to sign up, and then you'll just get bump, and all of a sudden you're going up 36th.
Yeah,
and you're
going up at 2 a.m.
I signed up second, and it's also like I'm actually working clubs, and why am I getting bumped by everyone that's been doing stand up for 3 days?
Right.
So it's like because Portland's passive aggressive. They're not gonna actually get in your face to be like, I didn't like this joke you told. You know what I mean? They're
Which would actually be beneficial.
I would just be like, oh, you didn't like that joke? I'm sorry that offended you. Here's my perspective on that joke.
Yeah.
Here's what I told the joke.
Or even like, I can dump the joke on this set.
Yeah, I won't tell a joke that makes you upset.
Yeah.
It's simple.
If it comes
But
down
it's all
to
passive
it.
aggressive. Portland's passive aggressive. None of them have the balls or fucking big clit to say, hey,
The big
I
clit.
didn't like your thing.
Which sucks because it doesn't help.
I kind of got banned from one room because of a pretty funny fucked up thing. Like, so this guy who's been on Conan and shit, I won't say his name, but he's been on there. And he's from the Middle East. And he'd been doing stand-up
That's
for like
funny.
6 weeks. And
Is he from the Middle East?
yeah, he's from one of those fucking shithole countries where there's like a constant war. And he comes up on stage, and this is an Alberta street pub, and it's packed. Alberta street pub's packed. And he goes on stage and just does like 12 minutes of just anti-American politics.
Okay.
And just trashing American like government and politics, which is like I agree with. But
Yeah.
he just basically just trashed America for 12 minutes. And then I just came up and first thing I said was like, give it up for him. Like he comes from a country where they like behead women that want to learn how to read.
Yeah.
So he should be
Yeah.
lecturing us on culture.
Yeah.
And I fucking lost the room immediately after he
man.
murdered.
'Cause they loved him.
They were giving him. Oh, they loved him. He's a darling.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh my god, we're so proud we're here. Our NPR crowd is here. You know, that type of
Right,
shit.
of course.
I didn't do well with the NPR crowd, and yeah, so they lost me.
And you know they were there to at that point.
I
They
purposely wanted to drop a grenade on the room. I was like,
Yeah.
this isn't a fucking TED talk. Like,
shit.
so I just dropped a grenade, and
a
then the
great way
woman
to
that
put
books the show, she goes, "You can't be on my show anymore." I was like, okay. She's like, "You're just gonna be like that, like that's disrespectful to the community." I was like, okay, well,
Like comedy is.
it was a joke. I made the comedians in the back of the room laugh.
Yeah.
The fucking crowd was not having it, but
Dude, yeah. I think that's kind of where I fit in as like the comedians guy.
yeah, me too. I get people all the time. They go, "I think you're hilarious."
Yeah.
But I can't book you on my show. And I go, why? They go, because I'll get fucking feedback because you're a white jock. And you're like, okay, that seems kind of fucked up, but okay.
Yeah.
I'll book you on my show. So
Yeah.
if you want to work together, you can be on my show anytime.
Yeah, that's some wild shit, man. I just don't get that. I don't get that when it comes to comedy. I get it when it comes to politics. I get it when it comes to like fucking work. I don't get that at
But not
all.
comedy.
Not
Comedy's supposed to be the one place we can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Even if it's fucked up. Especially if it's
Yeah.
fucked up. You should be able to say it.
Yeah. So what was it like growing up? What was your household like?
So my mom's like a crazy like A personality. She's like a high level like bank executive who also is like a Betty Crocker. Like she's like a
Okay.
crazy cook,
Yeah.
crazy baker. Like she's like a world class baker. So she's like this crazy like driven, talented person at everything she
Yeah.
does. And then my dad's like kind of a hippie, like super laid back hippie guy.
Okay.
And he's just like a full blown like alcoholic that drinks like malt liquor and watches cops all day.
Oh, nice.
That's his life, yeah. But he's like where I get my sense of humor from. Like he's super funny. Always show me stand up clips and like
Is your mom funny?
my mom's super funny too. Yeah, my mom's super. Both my parents are really funny.
Is your mom cynical funny?
Yeah, for sure.
What is
Both my parents have like the exact same personality.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Like super dark, cynical. Yeah, just funny. Just they're both really funny. I'm like the least funny person in my family. I'm just the only one that's like wanted to do stand up.
Putting yourself out there.
Yeah, pretty much. Like my uncle's hilarious. My grandma's funny. Like my family's funny. Like
Yeah.
I'm always the quiet one at like family shit.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like weird. They all think I'm weird for doing stand up. Like,
I always felt like I was the weird one in my family.
yeah, they're like, why are you doing stand up? It's like, oh, we're the funny ones. It's like, yeah, we'll go to open mics then, bitch.
Yeah,
Like,
then
sign up.
fucking do something
sign up.
about it. Say
Go-
some shit.
Yeah, you fucking 9-year-old lady, go sign up in open mics.
Let's start talking about.
Yeah, my family life was nuts for sure, but that's why I'm funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family's wild too. Like my I don't know if you listened to the episode with my dad or not, but like he was a homicide detective for 26 years.
Fuck.
Yeah, and so he was pretty jaded.
Yeah, I'd
with
assume.
some shit, and
He's seen everything.
yeah, I always thought my sense of humor came from my dad because he would say some really dark shit.
Yeah, because you have to
sometimes.
alleviate that fucking pressure of that shit.
Yeah, but he would never like. It was never like. It's hard to explain. It wasn't like a comedic joke. It was like he was just saying some shit, and then I happened to find it funny.
Yeah, of course.
But he was saying some dark shit. But
Yeah.
then my mom has such a dark sense of humor, and I think that's where I get my humor from is my mom and my mom's side, because like I said, after she had a stroke, started making jokes about
like
fucked
fucking
up shit.
shakes and shit.
It seems like a lot of comedians, like their moms were like the sense of humor.
Yeah,
It kind of seems like that a lot.
yeah.
And then dads for female comics.
Oh, probably.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It seems interesting. Like I've seen it like a lot. I don't know. I don't know
Like
why.
the influence.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've just seen the influence of that. Dude, I gotta piss. I have to piss for like 20 minutes.
Go piss, man.
Yeah, right. Make a note. So talk about family.
No, you're good. No, it's all good. Yeah, we'll finish this up. I want to plug these. I want to plug these beers real quick. Right now we're drinking the Shakespeare Oatmeal Stout from Rogue Brewery. Shout out to Rogue. Let's see. This is, I want to say it's 12%. No, it's 5.7% ABV, 60 IBU. You know what that is? International bitterness units.
Yeah, what is that? I see that on the boards. What does that mean?
It's like how bitter the
beer
the beverages. Yeah, so like if you go into Indian Pale Ales, it gets more bitter, or the more hoppy it is.
I like these more. I typically only drink IPAs.
Are you here to take me? Yeah, so shout out to Rogue for the Shakespeare Oatmeal Stout. We're also drinking Irish Death from Iron Horse Brewery. An amazing stout. And then we also drank Dragon's Milk, which was another stout.
They're such insane names.
Yeah.
It's all delicious.
Yeah.
They're like drinking chocolate milk to get you buzzed.
Dude, could you imagine that if chocolate milk got you buzzed?
It kind of does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Like there's hints of cocoa and there's hints of chocolate. And you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can taste it. It's
oatmeal?
fucking great.
Who thought about that shit?
I don't know.
Rogue did.
Yeah, dude. Where's Rogue? Is Rogue banned or Rogue?
Rogue is in Newport. I know their main brewery's in Newport, and then they also have the Portland and Astoria areas.
Shout out. Do other parts of the country have like microbreweries and shit like we do?
Not like us.
Or we're like, that's more our thing.
That's our thing.
These like white trash motherfuckers drinking Busch Light.
Yes.
In like the Midwest.
Dude, I'm telling you, like I've been all over the nation, and the Northwest has the best beer.
Really?
Yeah, hands down.
That's cool.
Better than any New York brewery or anything like that. And
that's why I like it here culturally. It's like we have beer, legal weed.
Yes.
Weather sucks, but it's okay. I don't
Yeah.
care. It doesn't bother me. Used to it.
Like, and that's the thing that I like fight against is the social justice shit. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like,
But if you just don't.
just ignore them,
Yeah,
or like be friends with them and like ignore the shit that they say.
I don't have Facebook. It's hurt my career not having Facebook.
Yeah,
But everyone on Facebook, all they do is bitch about this shit.
it's true.
You know what I mean? Instagram's just like visual
It's
shit.
constant promotion. That's all I do on Instagram.
I only follow
is
like
promote
Instagram
myself.
models and food.
Yeah,
Yeah, I follow porn and food porn. That's basically what
Yeah.
I follow on there.
porn and food porn.
Just follow every barbecue video, every
Yeah,
barbecue
like-
account. It's literally all I follow is like all barbecue recipe accounts. and
Yeah,
shit.
I follow just tons of comedians and
Yeah, me too. But they're always just self-promoting. Oh, I'm gonna be in Wichita this
Yep.
week, and you're like, I don't care, man.
and
I
then
don't give a
and then
shit.
and then your entire feed's filled with like fucking comedy flyers. They all look the same.
They all look exactly the same because they all send the same handful of people that make them all.
Yeah,
That's another thing, man. If you have a flyer that looks legit, it elevates you immediately. There could be 2 people in the crowd at your shows that regularly, hey, we're doing our weekly show at fucking Sig's Ale House, and it's like,
Yeah,
but the
Sig's.
flyer looks dope as shit. Like,
yeah.
they're like,
yeah.
The people, the stranger, the manager in LA
oh, this
goes,
looks
damn, this
like-
person's killing it.
Yeah.
You know? And then you show up and there's 2 people there and the comedians all there fucking suck ass and they're bombing and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, but damn, they look like this is like a comedy store show.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, they must just be having an off.
Yeah,
off night.
exactly. But it doesn't matter. It's perception. Perception's the biggest thing.
It's so weird.
It
to me.
is. I mean, it's probably someone with like rap and hip hop and shit. Like all these people, they're just
Yeah.
like, they have a mixtape and they blow up and it's like, they're not really,
Yeah, dude.
it's kind of similar.
Like my nephew has a SoundCloud.
Like, is he like a rapper?
I mean, he's like a rapper.
Yeah. That's the one thing comedians should do though, is you never hear of a comedian's mixtape. And that's actually kind of a move that could work. If you do like a mixtape, like a couple jokes,
Yeah.
like a 10-minute set.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. I've never thought about that. I've never seen one.
That's actually pretty smart.
Like someone like, that's like Lil Wayne. He blew up because of mixtapes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Post Malone.
same thing.
Uh-huh.
I don't know much about him. I mean, I know he's like the shit, but
Yeah.
like you don't hear about comedians mixtape. Oh fuck, did you hear that? Like that new young comic from New York's mixtapes. Like I never heard it. No.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Dan Lamort?
Uh-uh.
He's a comic from New Jersey. But he's coming up. He's fucking. His joke writing
is next level hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, I think it is. I don't know if I'm just like if I stumbled onto him and just kind of like fanboyed out for some fucking reason, but like his shit is so funny to me. Like I just relate to it. Like, but I'm weird though too because like I said, Jessa, she's one of my number one.
Yeah, but like you wouldn't think genre wise that you would.
Yeah, I wouldn't like
hit it off.
Yeah. Like
That's
I don't.
what's cool though.
I
That's
think
why
I
comedy's
annoy
cool.
her. I think I annoy her. Like whenever
talk to her
like
and shit?
yeah, like
Yeah.
whenever I talk to her or something like that. Like,
I think that's just her demeanor. She has that East Coast put off.
yeah, but she's from
Energy.
here. She's from
I thought
here.
she's from like Rhode Island.
No, she's from here.
Oh,
She was from Portland for like her dad lives here.
oh, I thought she was like East. I thought she was East Coast. So I was
Nah.
like, everyone I've ever met from the East Coast has that aggressive.
I can deal with aggressive like.
Yeah. What fuck off type energy.
Yeah, I love that energy because you know where they're coming from. Like that.
Yeah.
That's why that girl that came up for the roast yesterday when she flipped off the judges table, I was like, "Yeah, you get points for that shit right
Yeah,
there."
that's awesome. They should. Did they film those roasts?
No, actually, there was some Asian there with some camera
Filming shit.
filming shit, but I don't know what it was for.
I need to like buy
She
a
killed,
camera. Yeah, I mean,
She fucking killed.
she's the one that talked about her dad's dick.
No, that was a different girl, but she was.
I mean,
She
that'd be a wild set. She comes on and tells the judges to go
flips
fuck
off.
themselves.
Oh, dude.
And then she goes talks about her dad's dick the whole time.
Yeah.
I'd be like, damn, can we get her on a real show?
Yeah, and then afterwards, but the funniest person I talked to all night was this homeless dude, who's this black dude.
Dude, homeless dudes love open mics, and they're the funniest people.
Yes.
They're dude. When I started doing stand up, I did this thing called the Tonic Lounge. It was like a shithole bar in Portland.
Okay.
And I go up at 12:45 at night on Tuesdays, every Tuesday. That was like when I started doing stand up. It's the only one I would do because it's the only one I was like wasn't afraid to go up at.
Yeah.
Because it was so late, and it would be me and I'd like 5 homeless dudes like living on Sandy Boulevard, and half the time they would murder. The other half they would just be incoherent
Yeah.
lunatics. But half the time they would murder, and I'd be like, "These are the funniest motherfuckers I've seen all night."
Seriously.
Because they just hit this wavelength of crazy.
You know what they should do? Is they should
Homeless
do it.
open mic?
Yep, a homeless open mic.
You get a free meal if you win,
Oh fuck.
and a fucking sleeping
I
bag.
was thinking like you get money.
Yeah, that's not or fucking food.
Some shit, yeah. Something.
Crack. Let's have a crack open mic.
Yeah.
Get a fucking vial of crack.
Yeah, you get some crack.
And some Dante's pizza.
Crack and some fucking a burger.
Dude, that's like bum fights, but like more reasonable.
But yeah, but I think it's okay.
No, I think it's totally.
No, but this black dude outside was trying to convince the last female comedian that he wasn't black, which he clearly was.
He's like purple black. Looks like Kevin Garnett.
Dude, he was black, man. He was black. Like there was no question about it. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think I am? You're black.
You're an albino black guy.
Yeah, not even albino. You're just fucking black. And he was like, he's trying to convince us that he was half Jewish and half Cherokee. And he took off his hat and he was like, feel this hair.
Is it Cherokee hair? Is that what he's saying?
And he was like, this is Cherokee hair.
I think I know who you're talking about. There's a guy, he used to come up, was he kind of a shorter guy?
Yeah. He had a limp.
Yes. Did he have a camo jacket? There's a guy.
He had a brown jacket.
Okay.
I don't remember if it was camo.
It might be, it's probably the same guy.
Dude,
He'd come to open mic when I host open mic there.
I was absolutely in love with this dude.
Yeah, he would murder. This is the same guy I'm thinking of. He would murder.
He didn't go on the
50-50.
mic. I was talking with him outside.
He was just hanging out.
Yeah.
I think he just lives in the neighborhood.
He was just smoking weed out there. I don't know if he was even homeless. He just
I
had
think
that
he's
vibe.
just kind of like that half homeless kind of guy.
Yeah, he just had that vibe. He's fucking hilarious. He called me Beelzebub
Why?
because I kept talking over him. And
He
he
called
was
you
like,
the devil.
yeah, he told me to shut up.
That's awesome.
I laughed so fucking hard.
That's what I miss about hosting the open mic there. I used to host the open mic there because it's right by the fucking Greyhound station.
Yeah.
So you'd have all these people trickling. This was before Eric, the bartender there is now.
Yeah.
Was the old guy. And the old guy was much more like just patient with like crazy homeless people. He was just kind of like whatever. He was just kind of chill. And so once they found that out, they're we can go hang out in this warm bar and like hang out and maybe get a fucking beer. And so we'd have like 10 comics sign up at the open mic, and there'd be guys like that guy.
Yeah.
Like, are you homeless? Or you're not homeless. You wear the same clothes every week,
Every fucking
and
week.
you have like a service animal once in a while.
Yeah. Every now and then, like you rented it.
Every now and then, you have like a random like beautiful all white husky dog.
Yeah,
that for some reason
one
you
blue
have.
eye, one regular
like,
eye.
Where'd you get this dog at? And where's your dog at last week? Like,
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I would follow him on
those are way more
social.
fun. I think those would be fun to film too.
Yeah, but the thing was,
They're just crazy.
he was so fucking funny, and he just did like 3 straight minutes. Like he knew when to pause.
Yeah, he had comedic timing.
He had
Which you lose doing open mics.
Yes, and he was crazy as fuck.
I love crazy, dude.
Yeah,
I love crazy.
But it was just crazy enough, like just perfect.
Yeah, we should definitely host an open mic at like a rehab clinic or something.
Yeah, dude,
Best stories I ever heard was in AA meetings I had to go to for my DUI.
Oh yeah,
I had to go to AA meetings.
How many?
I can't remember. I went to more than I was supposed to because it like kind of just.
Did you use that as your like?
It showed the judge that you like were remorseful type of shit. Like, oh my god, I'm so like I have an issue.
Do you use that as a
bit?
Yeah,
I don't have any material about it because it's not like. I'll have like throwaway lines. I'll be like, I love to drink. Maybe an alcoholic. I mean, the state of Oregon seems to think so. Cause I have a DUI.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a dumb throwaway line. But I don't have any material about it. I tried to write material about being in jail because I was in jail for like a day and a half, like a long time. It was a long ass time, and it was wild. There was a dude in jail. I tried to tell this story. There's a dude in jail. He was like kind of around our age, younger guy. Maybe like he was probably late 20s at the time, maybe early 30s. And he just got out of prison for 2 years for like credit card fraud or some shit, like some dumb shit. And he had been out of prison for like 4 days on parole or whatever. And he dined and dashed from a Sherry's. On
Damn,
a Tinder
dude.
date. A Tinder date, Sherry's dine and dash. So he broke parole. He was like, yeah, man, I got to go back to prison for 18 months now because I broke parole so quickly. He just was laughing about it. He was just laughing about it. Just like, what the fuck, bro?
Like
for dine and dash for pancakes?
Sherry's.
You're like going to prison for pancakes and
Dude,
a little bit of pussy. Like,
go to fucking Bamboo Sushi or some shit.
it was
Sherry's?
Yeah, it was like he's like, I didn't realize I didn't have my fucking cash on me. It was like $15. So we just left, and then they caught me like a week or down the road a couple hours later. I was like, cool, and you're just hanging out in the neighborhood still, just walking around like a crackhead. Like,
yeah, man.
I haven't turned.
You
material.
deserve to go
There's
back
no material.
for 18 months.
Yeah, there's no material. Yeah, it's just taking this idiot off the street.
No, I'm saying like when you went to AA, did you use that as like an open mic?
No, because it was like, dude, it was so depressing. Because I'm telling you, people there are like, yeah, so I just got out of prison. I was in prison for 20 years. I hit someone, hit a family, and killed them in a minivan. Like, and I was like smoking crack every day and getting drunk. And like, people have these horrible stories. And then you're like, yeah, I got pulled over.
Yeah,
drunk, leaving a comedy show I got paid to do.
Yeah.
And then they cut to the next guy. Yeah, I lost my family. My wife left, and my kids don't talk to me because I beat them when I was drunk. And you're like, yeah, we don't have the same
experience. Like totally.
Those meetings are
different
wild, dude.
They should have levels, man.
They should have like, yeah,
AA level
1, AA
like
level
I'm
2.
level
Everyone
1.
everyone there was like level 100.
Yeah.
At everyone. But the thing is, I tried to write jokes about it. I was like, I want to party with all these people.
Yeah.
If they ever relapse, I'm like, I want to party with all of you. You guys are all fucking maniacs. In a fun way. Like you could tell they're all fun.
Yeah.
You know, they fun until they got to that point. Right?
And then just became
you can just
dark.
see those are the guys who be hanging out playing pool at every tavern. Like
that's the thing, they don't know when to shut that shit off.
And I love that. I respect that craziness.
Like they just drink, and then it's like you know, there's a point in the evening where you stop drinking and you go home.
They don't?
Like they don't. They're just like fucking.
I like that.
Either
though.
do a line and keep fucking turn it up when you're turning it off.
Yeah,
you know that's like
it's 3:55 in the morning. The night's just getting started.
They're like, yeah, I know. It's fucking tomorrow. Like, how many beers have you had today? I've had 3 today. I've had
74 yesterday.
Yeah,
sure. I drank an 18-pack before I even fucking left the house, but it's fine.
Yeah. See, I don't know, man.
They're fun. AA meetings were fun, but they're so sad.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun.
3/4 of the people there murdered someone in a car. Like,
oh yeah, like Caitlyn Jennered them.
Yeah, and why do we not talk about that?
We do. I mean, we do.
I do, for sure.
I do.
He's not stunning and brave. He's a murderer and a shitty athlete. Oh,
He's
I'm sorry.
also,
what are you, triathlete or whatever the fuck he was? Decathlete? Oh, that's not real sports, so fuck off.
Yeah.
It was he was like the best athlete of his era. It's like, no, he made no money. He was in the Olympics.
Yeah.
OJ was a better athlete than him.
It's wild to think that he would outlast me in the apocalypse, though.
Just because of resources, or
Yeah, just
because he's got money?
Fucking run. No, fuck
Oh.
money. Money ain't
I
gonna...
think because he had resources, it's like money because he's a rich dude.
No, he'll climb a fucking mountain. He'll shoot. He'll fucking ski down. Like it's...
He can swim through a fucking
Yeah.
current. Yeah, you're
Like,
right. That's a good point. That's a
I'm
good premise.
I'm
That's a
done.
good premise for a joke.
He'll fucking outlast me.
Hey, how dare you?
Whatever.
Michael Che got fucking in trouble a couple weeks ago for calling him a he.
Well, here's the thing, too.
He used to be Bruce Jenner, and that got him in trouble. I was like,
well,
what?
he is also against gay marriage.
Yeah, he's traditional.
I just heard that this week
Rogan,
somewhere.
When Rogan was talking about it, Rogan was talking about that. He goes, it was the wildest thing ever. He goes, because he was talking about Kyle Dunnigan's Instagram videos making fun of him. I'm just a traditional girl. I don't believe in gay marriage.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm just a traditional girl.
Yeah, obviously you are. You're a fucking
love
guy that
it.
chopped his nuts off.
I fucking love it. Yeah, you are, Caitlin.
You're traditional. We live in a South Park episode, man. We do.
You are a traditional girl. I fucking love it.
I'm a traditional girl. That sentence is insane.
I am just a traditional girl who played in the NBA.
Yeah, it's wild. I think I sent you that, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's like rookie card. He got drafted by the NBA. That's when the NBA
In
was
Kentucky.
like, yeah, they're like,
In Kentucky.
we'll let 6'2" white guys play in the NBA.
That's wild. Is that how tall?
I mean, he looked like he's probably about 6'2", 6'3". Just
Dude, he still has his dick.
yeah, he's not real.
You think he's regretting it?
He's not a traditional girl. If he still has a dick,
He bangs girls still.
who's banging him though? Prostitutes, right? It has to be someone that's getting paid.
I mean,
Who's
he's famous.
attracted to him? I know, but that's why, just the fame. But they're not like attracted to him.
No, yeah, I don't know.
Like maybe Jim Norton is like attracted to.
Dude, for sure. For sure.
No, he's like into petite like lady boys, not like
Yeah. I don't
not
think he's
bulldog men.
I don't think I don't think he seeks out I don't think Jim Norton seeks out like trans.
Tranny used to be a great word, and then decided that that's not a word anymore. But it's
Yeah.
a great word.
Yeah.
It's a great way to say. It's a great way to say it plural. Trannies.
Yeah.
If you said transes, it doesn't flow.
Transes.
It doesn't flow. Trannies is funny.
Yeah.
Like vernacular, how it sounds.
Also, it
sounds
doesn't
funny.
fucking matter.
No, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
If you called me literally anything in the world,
Yeah, I don't get offended by anything.
I don't care.
People
You call
get
me
offended. Yeah.
the worst name in the world, and if you like, I don't know, I
don't get offended by anything.
name calling.
No. That's why I love Dave Chappelle's specials called Sticks and Stones. It's like,
Yeah.
he's like, no, it's just words, you idiots. They're just words.
Words only have the meaning that you assign them.
Yeah, and if you can find my words, you're just kind of a pussy. Mm-hmm. They're just words.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just
It's like a what you heard at church. They're just like, yeah, words are just for pussies.
it's almost like, well, honestly, like churches are more edgy than comedy clubs.
Fuck, dude. So there's some comedy clubs I won't name, but there's some comedy clubs that are killing it right now. Like when I went up to Tacoma, like a month ago. That club was awesome, and I've always heard it was awesome, but I've never really performed there. I've just kind of popped in a little bit here and there.
That's Nathan, or Nate. What the fuck's his name? Huge comedian.
I don't know. It's a fucking dope. It's a
Yeah.
dope room. Every show, the whole crowd was like as diverse of a crowd I've ever seen. Like just how they look.
Yep.
From
Black, white, Polynesian.
everything.
Yep.
Every room, every show was. We did back-to-back nights there, and it was fucking amazing.
Who'd you go with?
Eric, that bartender from Harvey's, he started to do stand-up. So shout out to him. Shout out to Eric.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
he's doing stand-up. He's been doing a little bit, and
is he funny? I bet his shit's
he
so
is, 'cause
funny.
he's a fucking psycho. He's an angry psycho. He's worked at comedy clubs for 15 years. So
Right.
you osmosis, you just absorb it.
Yeah,
funny.
he's seen some shit.
Yeah, he knows how to craft a joke. He knows how to like timing But that club was awesome, and everyone, the staff there was fucking.
Dude,
awesome.
he's got to work more places than just Harvey's because I've seen that guy around somewhere.
He just works like 7 days a week though. That's his problem, and he has just had a newborn kid like a month ago. So he's like,
Oh shit!
yeah. So he's like, I can't go out and do stand up, and I
So
can't start open
he
micing.
went to Tacoma, the Tacoma Comedy Club.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
He did well. He did well. I mean, he's been doing stand up.
How many minutes?
Stand up, maybe 5 minutes,
Okay.
which is long.
Was it an open mic or was he featuring?
There
Or
was
was he
no.
opening?
They were open mic and like a new talent showcase.
Ah,
So they were kind of like local. Like during the week, a lot of clubs would do like local showcases. that's kind of what it was. Both nights was like a
Yeah.
local showcase.
What do you open with? What's up, you stupid bitches?
No,
Fucking sick of.
sick of ordering drinks and
Yeah.
no, I can't remember what he opened.
You better
with.
tip your fucking waiters.
What did he? Oh, yeah, if you order water from him, he'll fucking tear you down. If you order water from him, it's like if you heckle, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Nick DiPaolo or some shit.
Ordering water from a bartender is like the heckle.
When it's busy. Yeah, when it's busy.
Can I
too.
get a water?
No, because now I gotta fucking ignore this person that's gonna go inside and order a drink now from the bar, like the wait staff.
Yeah. That's funny.
He had a joke. I've been trying to help him write about his baby mama. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't watching. I was too busy worried about my own shit. I was
Yeah,
like, what am I gonna
yeah.
talk about? I'm following him in fucking 5 minutes.
That's all comedians though, I think.
Yeah, I'm worried about my own shit. Like, how am I gonna fucking do well? The crowd was dope. I just remember it was hilarious because this is just how comedy clubs work. I hit it off with this hot ass like 25-year-old chick at the bar, and she was like this hot little white girl, and I was like, oh damn, okay, telling hella jokes.
She's psycho.
I was just making funny jokes about like distance between like us waiting in line. I was just like dumb dad joke type shit, and she was loving it. I was like, I'm killing it.
Of course she was.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'm gonna go on stage and kill it, and she's gonna like, we're gonna hook up after this. I'm gonna take her home back to her place. I don't have to go to a hotel tonight. And I go on stage, and she's in the front row with like fucking Gary Payton clone, this handsome black guy in a full like 3-piece suit. And so I just roasted them for my whole set. I didn't even do material. I was like, God, we have the most handsome motherfucker in the city. We have Tay Diggs here in the front row.
Fucking Tay Diggs.
I was like, God damn. I was like, he fucks good too. Like, look at this hot. He was probably like 40, and she was like 25. And I was like,
that's
dynamics wild. Yeah. This dude's dicking her down. Like, I just did crowd work for 5 minutes.
Or like,
and he was loving it because I was just boosting his ego. I was like, he's killing it. This dude's dope.
Or he rented her.
But then my whole time in my head, I was like, damn. This isn't happening for me.
That don't matter. You don't want that one.
I know. I didn't. But at the bar, I had this whole thing. That's why it was funny. I just got on stage and I go, oh wow.
Oh shit. Like I was okay.
I thought I was killing it, and then
I thought I was killing it. You kind of fucking gave me a
oh, what's up? We'll see you after the show type of thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna win against Tay Diggs, dude. He was like a model. Like he looked like Tyrese or something in his prime. I'm like. You're like the most handsome dude in this fucking whole place. Why are you at this comedy club on a Tuesday night, dude?
So now that you've been banned from
all the shitty rooms,
in Portland, what's your next move? What's your next move in
producing
comedy?
shows that I can say whatever I want.
Yeah. Do the show here in Battleground.
Yeah, I'll do a show in Battleground. Dude, the crowds the crowds that they love them in like Vancouver, Beaverton, Battleground, Camas. Where if you just go outside of the city, most people don't want to go all the way to Portland.
Right.
So if you can come to them and put on a good show, they'll support it.
Yeah, and you know what I've found is like shows here shows in Battleground. I don't know about Vancouver. I haven't been to a show in Vancouver, but like in Battleground and the surrounding areas, like the people are more receptive. Like,
oh yeah,
they're not like, they don't give a fuck about your stance politically.
Not even a little bit. They don't want to hear your stance politically. It's opposite.
Yeah,
I've produced shows over the years in downtown Vancouver a ton, and if you bring any politics up, they just kind of check out.
Yeah,
they just like, we want to laugh. We get drunk. It's Wednesday night. We get drunk. We just want to come hear you talk about your dick or
poop or.
Yeah, dude, they just want to come laugh. That's all
Suicide.
they want. I think it's just become when you get
terminal illness.
Yeah, when you get more into the city, they want to hear political shit.
Yeah,
that's the hipster bullshit.
Just doesn't make sense to me. But the thing is, they don't even want to do that. It's just the fucking comics.
It's a fad. No, it is. It's comics, and then comics watching comics shows, and so they influence their act. Like you said, you watch comics, and then they all have the same cadence.
Yeah.
Because they're all influencing each other with their same political views. It's just a fucking circle jerk echo chamber.
Yeah.
And none of them have original thoughts. And then they start getting booked on shows because of those thoughts. That develops their act. I have friends I started with that are very successful right now, but they don't have opinions. They have regurgitated thoughts that got them booked on shit, and now they keep doing that. And then now they're pigeonholed to be that comic.
They can write.
Yeah.
They can write a joke in the format that fits network TV.
Yeah, or a feminist showcase.
Right.
One of the funniest things ever. So there's a very, very popular feminist showcase weekly in Portland, kind of where I live. And 2 weeks in a row, it's the funniest thing ever. 2 weeks in a row, I picked up a girl from the bar that was there for the show, like a hardcore feminist Portland chick. I wasn't on the show because I've never been invited to be on the show, but I live in the neighborhood, so I'll pop in once in a while and just kind of
Are guys allowed to be on the show?
I just kind of lurk. Yeah. The kind of guy that has a limp handshake, that guy's allowed to be on the show.
Okay.
So I'll just hang out in the back of the bar and just not really like acknowledge that I'm there. I'll just kind of go drink, and I'll like the handful of times I've been there, I've just picked up like the most feminist chick in the crowd and brought her home, and it's tremendous. And it's always hilarious. And I'm always like, it's like that thing I posted the other day. I go, there was that article that came out. It was like super feminist chick actually like sexist men over male feminists.
Yes.
Because it's like you have a real conversation with them and treat them like a person, not just be like white knighting and shit.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I'll pick them up at the bars all the time.
You're not pandering. Like you're not catering to like whatever it is they think, and like you have your own opinion and you respect them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what the fuck?
I'm not fake.
Like I'm not just saying whatever it is just so I could bang.
Yeah. I'm going to say the opposite and still bang you.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they appreciate that, really.
They do. Everyone does. Everyone really appreciates honesty and like actual.
Dude, we've been recording for 3.5 hours.
I know. It's true.
This is going to be 2 episodes, I think.
Well, this has been fun.
Yeah. It's wild. Do you have any
closing thoughts?
I think we'll close here.
Close on me banging chicks at a feminist showcase, which is hilarious. Every time I do it, I tell them, I go, this is going to my act. They go, no, it's not. I'm like, it is definitely going to my act.
No, it's totally going to my act.
Yeah.
So, how do you spell your last
name? Yeah, Chris Clark 503 CHRISCLARK.
That's on Twitter
and Instagram, both the same.
Chris Clark 503. I thought it was just Chris Clark
503. That's my email you're talking about. Don't give my email out.
No. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Don't give my email or where I work or live.
Yeah, no.
Chris Clark 503 at. No, it's not at Chris Clark 503. Instagram, Twitter. I don't have Facebook.
Okay.
I don't have Snapchat. I don't have TikTok.
No Snapchat, no TikTok.
No.
I just got on TikTok.
You have a kid, so it makes sense.
My sister made
TikToks?
Yeah. So since we switched producers, from Jarvis to my sister, she's like, you need to do this and this. Like she's filling my plate. Like,
it's not a bad idea to get on.
No, she's got great ideas. She's putting me, like she set the schedule for today. You know, otherwise it would have been another, how many years before we would have been recording? I know. You know, how long have we talked about recording together?
Months.
And it was finally, my sister was like, okay, you're recording on Mondays at noon. You need to get this done and this done and this done. And so that's.
Yeah, otherwise I would have not had structure. I would have been like.
Yeah, she really made this happen. And so.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Shout out to her and her TikTok. Let's give out her TikTok so people can watch.
She doesn't have a TikTok.
Oh, she's told you about it?
No, she told me that I need to be on TikTok. But all my TikTok videos are just me on the toilet. So every time,
funny, though.
every time I take a shit, like, not every time, but like whenever I take a shit, like I try and do a TikTok video.
What's it about?
That's it.
No, but it's just
that's it. Like it's just, and honestly, Chris, I don't know what I'm trying to promote. I don't like promote this podcast. I don't fucking know.
That's hella funny actually, because it's like a funny collage of just you taking a shit.
Yeah, it's just me taking a shit. Like there was the first one was like I did kick push,
like playing in the background.
Yeah, kick push playing in the background, and it like showed a video showed a clip of me kicking my foot, and then a video like a clip of me pushing.
That's funny.
Like pushing out of shit. Yeah, well,
isn't TikTok like supposed to be short and like funny? Like it's like that's a quick, it's
just
joke.
Short. It's short. It's terrible. Like that's what it is.
Is it different than Vine, or is it the same thing as Vine?
I feel like they're on the same vein.
Vine. I never had Vine. It's like short clips.
Yeah, it's the same vein. I feel like people are getting into it, and I feel left behind. But I'm trying to get into it. I feel like the baby boomer trying to get into.
I know, that's why I have no interest in it. It's like I had no interest in Snapchat. I never got Snapchat either. I was like, I just isn't my thing.
See, I had Snapchat, and like people would watch my shit, but it's like, what for? Like I don't. Like this is what I care about. I care about the podcast. I care about writing jokes.
Yeah. That's what,
but mainly the podcast.
Yeah, shout out to the podcast. Fucking 6-hour podcast.
3.5 hours.
It's literally
so far.
getting dark. That's how depressing it is.
Yeah,
to
but
live
it's
here.
gonna it'll be good.
The
You'll
first
like it.
half wasn't that good.
It was.
Was it?
I think so.
I just feel like it wasn't as funny.
It was all
funny
good
at that point. I was just kind
It
of
always
like,
takes a while to get.
It's weird talking. I haven't talked to anyone today. You know what I mean? I haven't fucking like. I've literally just been in my head. I haven't used my fucking vocal cords.
Have you ever done that? Yeah,
all the time. That's why stand-up's weird. Like you'll do a show on the road and then you haven't talked to anyone. It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
You haven't talked on the phone. You haven't talked to like a fucking restaurant or anything.
You've typed shit. You've thought shit.
But your voice hasn't. You haven't talked.
Yeah, but you haven't used your fucking voice. That's weird.
It's super weird.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I appreciate you coming on the podcast, and I hope you come back. And
anytime. Thanks for having me.
It's been fun, man. I hope you get on Skankfest too.
I know, I do too. Please promote me. Please fucking harass them so they're like, let's put him on so he doesn't fucking harass us on Twitter all day.
Yeah. So if you guys are listening, Louis J. Gomez on Twitter harassed his ass about Chris Clark being on the new comic showcase. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's something like that. Nasty New. It doesn't matter.
Nasty New.
The new comic showcase. Don't know what you're talking about. So
the new.
Yeah, that new.
If you're in Portland, come see him at the two venues that he hasn't been banned from, and look him up on all the social media.
Yeah, try to post funny shit on Instagram every day. I'm currently banned for a week, so I get banned on Instagram and Twitter like once a month. So
he's not on Facebook, so don't even try.
Yeah, I'm not on Facebook because I'm not a fucking boomer posting about Trump. So
that's me. And that's it for the Tipsy Polack. Thanks again, Chris.
Thank you.
Right on.
Thanks to the listeners. You guys are all heroes.
All right. That was good, man. That was good.
Yeah, it's fun. You have a good setup, so it makes it way easier.
Yeah, that was fun.